Everybody has an opinion on the GOAT debate, but that's old news now. These days, everybody's debating who the greatest team of all time is, and not just in the NBA. We're talking the whole world. Because for over 3 decades, it was the 1992 Dream Team, right? Then in 2024, Team USA assembled a God Squad that took home gold. We've heard all the arguments at this point too. 92 had the dominance, but 24 had the competition. But we want to end this debate once and for all. We did the math and broke down who would actually win in a game. From matchups to style of play and quarter-by-quarter analysis, I made the 1992 Dream Team play 2024 Team USA. Now, before we get to what the player matchups are, there are tons of notable variables that most people miss, but of course we got you covered. Assuming this game is played by modern rules, this throws in some interesting factors. Not only are the games shorter, 40 minutes compared to the full 48 in the NBA, there's one big factor that seemingly goes unnoticed. In 1992, the Olympics were actually played in 2 halves. In 2024, they're played in 4 quarters. Which is a huge factor because Coach Daly didn't call a single timeout in 1992. And everybody wants to make the 3-point argument. But by the numbers, these two teams are actually pretty comparable. The Dream Team shot 16.875 3-pointers per game, averaging 40% from deep. In 3 group play games, 2024 USA averaged 31.3 3-pointers per game, averaging 42.55% from deep. Other fun factors that come into play? Both the Dream Team and 2024 didn't stay in the Olympic Village. And David Robinson was the only returning player from the 1988 Olympics. But there are other elements that people still forget. June 1992 in San Diego, a 20-minute scrimmage. Not only did the Dream Team play against a group of college students and lose by 8 points, they also lost to the same team during their first practice by 20. But it's not like those college kids were scrubs. That team of college kids were future NBA players, like Grant Hill, Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway, Allen Houston, Eric Montross, Bobby Hurley, and more, possibly foreshadowing another outcome. But before we get to that, let's do a quick analysis of the matchups. The 1992 Dream Team starting lineup: Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and Patrick Ewing. However, this wasn't consistent. Michael Jordan was the only player to start all 8 games. John Stockton only played 4 games due to injury, and was the only other player aside from Christian Laettner to not start. The youngest player was Laettner at 22 years old, and the oldest was Larry Bird at 35, who retired within 2 weeks of winning gold. But the starting lineup against Croatia in the gold medal game: Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing, Magic Johnson, and Karl Malone. So, this is the lineup we'll take against 2024. The 2024 Team USA starting lineup also had a bunch of different variations. But what we normally saw out there in the starting lineup: Steph Curry, Jrue Holiday, Devin Booker, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid. However, much like the Dream Team, the starting lineups have changed. And contrary to social media slander, it has been done tactfully. The controversial social media takes about DMPs for players like Jason Tatum and Joel Embiid sparked discussion. But when you look at the teams that they played, Steve Kerr adjusted the lineups to best suit their opponents. So if you look at the variations in the lineup, the starting lineup 2024 Team USA will take against the Dream Team: Steph Curry, Devin Booker, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid. Enough about all these logistics. Let's get to the game. The Dream Team will open fast. They show the ability to open up games quickly, much like how they opened their game against Angola with a 46-1 run. 2024, on the other hand, though, has showed lack of urgency to start off games, and has tended to pick up play as games have progressed. The Dream Team leads at the end of the first quarter. This quarter break will force the Dream Team to lose momentum they had to start the game. However, the score would be very close going into halftime, and for the sake of the score, it would be 60-58 Dream Team's way, as 2024 has shown the ability to adjust quickly, and the bench play of Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards would fuel their second quarter. 2024 has to come out of the gate swinging going into the third, so ultimately they win this quarter by a slight margin, leaning on the 3-ball. This will carry them into the fourth. The ultimate result would go down to the wire. One thing would be for certain: 2024 would lose the fourth quarter, so it would be a matter of how much of a lead they bought into the final frame. With such comparable matchups, defense is going to decide who wins this game. Your final results: Dream Team 105, 2024 Team USA 109. 2024 has shown adjustments, as seen playing against South Sudan twice and showing immense differences. And what was shown between playing South Sudan and Canada against multiple other NBA players overpowers the Dream Team's domination in 1992. Do you agree with this simulation? If not, let's see if you can come up with a better answer.